Hi everyone, in this video tutorial we will take a look at the basic shapes in Microsoft 3D Builder, how to use them, how to modify them, and how we can create custom one to best suit our needs. First of all, to create a new project, let's click on New Scene, and here we are in the interface. To add an object, just go to Insert, and here are all the basic shapes we can add without creating any custom one. Starting from the cube, we will take a look on how to basically modify any one of these shapes. First of all, here we have the Modify menu that allows us to modify precisely the dimension of our object, but also the rotation and the position of the object. To position it, here we already have selected the Move tool that allows us to move with a mouse click the object easily in the space. Moving on, we have the Rotate tool that allows us to rotate quite precisely our object, like this. Moving on, as the third one, we have the Scale option that allows us to scale the object just by dragging one of the corner of the object, like this. To modify more precisely our object is very easy. Here we have 3 tabs dedicated, each one to a certain axis that we can modify not only by itself, but also by locking the aspect ratio of the object. As you can see, by clicking here, we can modify by typing the measure that we want to apply to our object, for example 50 millimeters, and by clicking Accept, we will see our object will be modified. To lock the ratio of the object is very easy. All we have to do is just to click on this lock here, and now if we modify one of the values of the axis, all the axes will be modified by the same percentage. As you can see, if we modify the value here, for example to 60, and we click Accept, all the axis of the object will be scaled by the same ratio that we applied to the epsilon axis. One more thing, if we want to modify the unit of the measurement we are taking, it's very easy. We just need to click here, and as you can see, we will have the option to regulate our object with the percentages. Now let's see all the objects together. These here are all the basic shapes we can use within the 3D Builder program. We can modify them all in the same way as we just seen, and we can use them to create within the program using the subtraction technique. We can in fact compare the workflow of this program to the workflow of Tinkercad that is very similar and also uses the addition and subtraction method to create shape in a 3D space. Now that we have seen this, let's take a look on how to add a shape from the Microsoft library and how to create a custom shape. To add a shape from the Microsoft library is very easy. We just need to click on Add, and here we have the 3D library. Here we can find several repositories where we can choose which kind of shape or object we want to integrate within the program. As an example, let's click on Trophy Kit. Here we have all different kind of trophies we can choose, maybe to custom for a certain event we might have. So to add one to our workspace is very easy. We just need to click one, and the object will be prompted to appear in our workspace. Here, as a simple object, we can modify its ratio by tagging these values. Moving on, let's take a look on how to add and modify a custom object in the program. To add a custom object is very easy. Just click on Custom, and here we have our basic shape. Let's start by seeing all these tabs. The first is to activate or deactivate the wireframe. As you can see, by activating the wireframe, we have a very much precise view of the dimension and composition of the object. Moving on, we have the shape tab that allow us to decide which kind of shape we want at the base of our custom object. In this case, we have a cube, but we can choose, for example, a cone or a sphere. Moving on, we have the latitude tab that allow us to increase the number of polygons that compose the axis. Then we have the longitude tab that allow us to also increase the number of polygons that compose the epsilon axis. And finally, we have the width that allow us to modify the dimension of our object, for example, to 20 millimeters. The height that allow us to change our dimension for the height, for example, to 30 millimeters. And in the end, the roundness that allow us to choose how much of a rounded object we want. By clicking Add, as you can see, the object we just created is added to the workspace. Now, without diverging too much from the topic of the video, let's take a very basic and fast look on the workflow that we will apply in this series. In fact, as Tinkercad, this program utilizes the addition and subtraction workflow to create shapes into the 3D space. Let's briefly see how we can do that. For example, let's add two shapes together, like a cube and a pyramid. And by going into the Edit tab, we can start modifying the construction of our shapes. As an example, to create something like a little home, we can align together the shape like this, and by selecting both and clicking Merge, we will see that we have created one singular object. In the other hand, if we want to create something that is the subtraction of the two objects, we can just select one, maybe move it to give it a little bit more relevance, and by clicking Subtract, we will see that we have subtracted one our object from the other. For this very basic first video tutorial of our Microsoft 3D Builder series, that's all. For more videos like this, follow JBDTube.